Would the Buddha like Buddhism today? So, I want your opinion on this, guys. If you were, if you were the Buddha and the Buddha came back and he stood on the road and he was chatting to people and he went to a Buddhist temple, what do you think he'd say? Now, I just want your honest opinion on this. I personally have a theory that, and it's a bit negative, but I think a lot of Buddhist organizations, I'm going to say now, are similar to the Koryu organization in swordsmanship, in the sense that they're very ancient, they've got lots of knowledge and lots of things in there and lots of collected wisdom over the time, but they're very far away from actual fighting. So if you go to a Koryu club now and want to learn how to fence and fight and actually go for it, you're probably not going to get the best training. But you're going to get lots of information, lots of knowledge, lots of ritual, good community. So I feel that Buddhism has gone the same way. It's gone, for you Japanese enthusiasts, it's Koryu Buddhism. And if you don't know what Koryu, guys, it means the old schools that have been traditional and they're still in existence today, but they've changed over time. So if the Buddha came down now and was like, okay, I've manifested myself back into the world, into being, from wherever nirvana is, and I'm here, and I'm not sure what you're doing as Buddhism. So I've had a few comments over the few Buddhist videos I've done, and things like, oh, you don't understand the intricacies of the fig tree that he sat under. And then the type of comments make me think, is that really Buddhism? Like, imagine if I got to the end of all my reincarnations, I was on my last reincarnation, and, you know, I got to wherever the gates of nirvana are, whatever nirvana is, it's indescribable, outside of existence, the candles have gone, and I'm there, if there is such a place. And it's like, turn around, you did really well, you understood it all, you've got the keys to, you know, full enlightenment, you've puffed out of that hellish place that was reincarnation and suffering, but you were under the wrong tree, son, so back you go for another generation or two. You're like, I don't think so. I think the Buddha's going to be like, nah. Then I've heard a lot of we Buddhists would say this, and be careful because we Buddhists have the knowledge. And then it's like, I thought the entire point of Buddhism was the individual. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand the Sangha and you've got to have community, but your personal development is not responsible to others, or it's not dependent on others. So, for example, I've heard the same again, karma. You will create bad karma for other people. I don't believe that for 1 minute, because that means that imagine the most evil person you can think of in the 20th century. I'm not going to say the name in case of algorithm things, but the person we're all thinking of. And it's like, if we all focus on forgiving that person, do they then just get reincarnated? Fine, no problem. There's no negative impact of what they did. Yeah, no problem, just crack on. Or let's think of the person who did the most good in the world and did really, really well, but we all focus and give them negative karma. And so they go back to the big start, because even though you were doing really well, you were near the gates of exit, but actually everybody's focused on you to give you bad karma, so you're back to the beginning now. I don't think so. So I think if the Buddha was to come back and to see the strict organization, the computer this, and the little temples, and the sort of, we Buddhists do this, and we are that, and you are wrong, and we are bad. And I think they would honestly go, oh, guys, you are not getting this right. This is not correct. But, you know, like, for example, I have a real disdain for, and I don't mean a personal disdain, but an academically intellectual disdain for, I think it's Pure Land Buddhism. I find Pure Land Buddhism strange. The Buddha said, you're going to go through suffering, dukkha. You're going to go through unease, and it's all to do with you fixing onto something. So stop fixing on something, come away, relax, and we'll move on to the Eightfold Path and all that sort of stuff. Pure Land Buddhism says, if you fix on this, right, and you just go focus on this, then you get extra points and you go to the Pure Land and we help you get good karma or whatever, and then off you go. To me, it sounds like car sales Buddhism. And even though it's ancient, even though it's, you know, a national treasure and it's a treasured piece of lineage, living lineage, if you strip back all the world, if I pull all my atoms apart and you tear the world apart and you go deep down and your soul's left there, and there's an epic god-like Hindu god figure looking down at my small soul going, you know, would it be like, oh, well, you focused on Pure Land Buddhism for a while, and you did that, well done, yeah, off you go, you can go. You know what I mean? Or would it be like, but you did this, and this, and you didn't do this, and you didn't do that, so no matter how many chants you said, no is the answer. So you see, I won't chant without this, or I won't do this, and that. All of that, to me, now we get into the argument of lesser vehicle and greater vehicle Buddhism, and I understand that, and I personally focus towards the lesser vehicle, Hinayana. I'm like, if anything, that, but again, I don't believe in strict divide. I don't believe in they are 100% right and they're 100% wrong, and I know a lot of what Mahayana do is also found in Hinayana. Yeah, you get what's a core outside of a wrap, and I always find this just a bit crazy. So you know, I always find this a bit like I prefer the simple version, and the reason I prefer the simple version is normally it rings true. I am the co-author of a book called True Path of the Ninja, which is a translation of a 17th century ninja text, and in there it's got the idea of the bell and your eyes and the paper, and the idea is that if you can hear it, it's a truth. The truth rings out like a bell. Constructed logic or constructed things that aren't a truth but sound beautiful can be stopped by the hand in front of the face. You just can't see anymore. You can just see the hand. It's gone. And this is one of those where if the Buddha just appeared next to someone in the True Land Buddhism or whatever, or something like that, I'm chanting on. I'm imagining this image. I'm chanting 1,000 times. Okay, so why? Well, if I do this, I build up karma points, and then I can pass them karma points on to someone else, and then they'll be like, where did you hear this? It wasn't from me. I'm the Buddha. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then suddenly the guy's realizing, going, well, this guy about 1,000 years ago said it was all right if I just focus on this name, and if I focus on this light, special light, and then it doesn't really matter what I do, I'll be all right. You know what I mean? And the Buddha's like, I don't think that's true, mate. I don't think that's true. Come on. And the Buddha puts his little yellow robe around him. Come on, let's go. Let's start again. So, what do you guys think? It's just my opinion. If the Buddha came down, what would he think of Buddhism? In your honest opinion, would he love it? Is he you're 100% correct, guys? You do it. You chant those chants. You think about that light and you're going to get there. Well done. Or would he be like him and Jesus walking down the road going, oh my God, you can teach them, but you can't bloody teach them. And Buddha's like, I know. And Buddha goes, oh, for Christ's sake, what are these people doing? And Christ is like that. Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking. So what do you think? Right, guys, my name's Anthony Cummins. I am the author of the new book coming out, which is Zen and the Samurai Sword, which I hope you pre-order now. The link will be below. You can get my How to Be a Modern Samurai, Book of Bushido, all of this sort of stuff you can get. And I have been doing a deep dive into Buddhism, and I'm connecting Buddhism with the samurai sword and going through all those types of things. So I'm looking forward to whether you've ordered the book. Let me know down below if you've pre-ordered the book. It will allegedly, according to my publisher, come out on Amazon. So that's really good. Amazon Audible. So that should be good. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you all. Let me know what you think.